In 2021, global exports of products amounted to $28 trillion. But how much of this global market can Jamaicans secure for their own enrichment? The Trade Board Limited (TBL) is looking to answer that question, with strategic efforts to boost Jamaica's exports and secure a better share of the global market.
You will agree that for Jamaica's economy to grow, we must earn fundamentally new monies from outside our shores. This can only be done through greater exports of Jamaica's goods and services.
Strategies like the Step Up Exports with Trade Agreements project should help. It's putting existing and potential exporters in a position to increase utilization and benefit from the various trade agreements to which Jamaica is a signatory. Jamaica is party to 11 preferential trade agreements that facilitate the export of goods and services with little to no duty in the receiving countries. The Step Up Exports with Trade Agreements project was launched in May 2022. Its primary objective is to promote knowledge and use of 9 preferential trade agreements for which the Trade Board has management responsibility.
We are the designated government's authority to certify products which complies with the rules of origin criteria on the 9 preferential trade agreements. This means that we have to analyze products to ensure conformance to prescribed criteria of the agreements. We have to issue a certificate of origin that permits the qualifying products to be granted preferential treatment.
These preferential trade agreements include the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas that facilitates the free movement of goods, services, labor, and capital among CARICOM countries. There is the Caribbean Basin Initiative, which covers exports to the U.S., and the Caribbean-Canada Free Trade Agreement, CARIBCAN for short. A generalized system of preference GSP was created under the World Trade Organization WTO to assist developing countries export in a one-way arrangement to developed countries. The other trade agreements, which remain significantly underutilized, are the CARICOM Venezuela Trade and Investment Agreement, the CARICOM Colombia Trade and Economic and Technical Cooperation Agreement, CARICOM Dominican Republic Free Trade Agreement, CARICOM Cuba Trade and Economic Cooperation Agreement, and the CARICOM Costa Rica Free Trade Agreement. These have a combined market of 100 million in population. Jamaican exporters can also trade under the CARIFORUM European Union Economic Partnership Agreement and the CARIFORUM United Kingdom Economic Partnership Agreement, which are managed through Jamaica Customs. These trade agreements provide access, but there are rules governing how and what goods qualify to be accepted in the partner countries. Among them is the Rules of Origin criteria. This looks at whether the goods or constituents are originating or non-originating from parties that are signatory to the particular treaty. Then there is the Wholly Produced criteria, looking at whether the final product was made with goods from the exporting country or another that is also party to the same treaty. There may also be a change of tariff criteria and value-added criteria governing these preferential arrangements.
What we do at the Trade Board is we analyze the documents to ensure that whatever requirements or whatever composition make up your particular good that you're seeking to export qualifies under a preferential trade agreement to be certified for the rules of origin. After it is certified, then we issue a certificate of origin. Now, in layman terms, my understanding, a certificate of origin is like a passport. As if you want to travel, if you want to go to a particular place and you need a visa, for example, your good would need that visa to take it to that country to say that it is qualified. Once it qualifies, then you are able to get duty-free and a reduction of some taxes at the customs agencies.
Some of the products for which certificates of origin have been issued under the CBI with the US, for example, include baked goods, black castor oil, pepper powder, and ketchup. Expert teams from the Trade Board are sent into the field to interact directly with manufacturers and potential exporters and increase awareness of the various trade agreements and their benefits. This is also part of the Step Up Export Initiative.
This is not an exercise that we have started and we intend to stop, but we're going to continue to do that.
Exporting on a commercial basis will require individuals or entities to first register as an exporter with Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO. The Trade Board Limited will then carry out the necessary procedures to issue certificates of origin.
What the Trade Board is doing, the other agencies doing is fantastic, because what it is doing is allowing me to move the hassle of agreements from with the ministries, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and so on and so forth, so that we can do our work.
We have to focus on exports. We have to focus everything we make. We say how we get it export. And not just think about yourself. Talk to your friends, talk to the Trade Board, talk to JANAC, talk to JAMPRO, talk to JBDC. We must study these many trade agreements to grow our exports exponentially, increase good employment, and make Jamaica a wealthy country.